Welcome to Proving Ground, Episode 1. I am your host, Chuck Donaldson. Before we begin our first matchup today, I would like to talk about the Global Pound for Pound Elimination Series. At least one wrestler from each territory was placed in the Elimination Series. These matches will determine the top 10 pound for pound wrestlers in the world. Today's set of matches will be for the 10th ranked spot in the world. Our first combatant is a good guy wrestler named Super Gorilla. He comes from Gabon and is currently undefeated with a squeaky clean record of 1-0. He has the third most viewed video on our YouTube channel. He is quite popular among our fans. His opponent, Reng Telly, comes from Palua and makes the best bowl of fruit bat soup you will ever eat. I now present to you match number 1875, Super Gorilla vs. Reng Telly.
Welcome everyone to the first match of the show Proving Ground. We have Super Gorilla taking on Reng Telly. And I'm here with my commentator as always, Punky.
Hey everybody, this is Proving Ground, episode 1. I'm very excited for our first TV show on our YouTube channel. It's gonna be good.
Right now we have two light heavyweights starting the match off. A very popular Super Gorilla and a more of an MMA-oriented Reng Telly.
Yeah, Reng Telly's a very good MMA fighter from Palua. He makes some great fruit bat soup, man. Have you ever had fruit bat soup?
No, I have not.
Yeah, it's got fruit bat, like actual bats, coconut milk, and it's ginger and some other spices in it. It's pretty good from right here.
I don't think I want to be sampling that. These guys are battling for what we call the pound for pound global elimination series. We're going to determine the top 10 spots in the world in a huge series of matches in an almost tournament-like format. These two guys are fighting for the 10th ranked spot in the world.
And when we say pound for pound, we mean pound for pound. So light heavyweights can fight heavyweights, heavyweights can fight the heavyweights, and that's how it's going to be.
Yes, the Grand Championship was originally founded on the fact that you could be a heavyweight, light heavyweight, or even a woman and be the champion.
Yeah, the Grand Championship is the top prize in CPW. Such a pure title. You can't even get a shot for it if you have a critical loss. Imagine that. No, if you're critical, you're done. You can never be the Grand Champion.
Yeah, that's pretty strict rules there. Let's get back to the action in the ring. Super Gorilla with a big punch there.
He's representing Middle Africa, man. Comes from Gabon.
He's taking out Reng Telly. MMA fighters are dangerous,
but not as dangerous as Power Beast, though. Gorilla's kind of a Power Beast in a way. His fighting style is power. Look at that, that king choke.
Give up.
You always see Power Beast doing that king chokes.
Yep, and that move can also submit you too. Back, dragging him away from the ropes. Puts him to a nice, solid headlock.
Give up.
Big punch. Looks like he was going for either a flying body press or a muscle bomb press.
Missed the takedown. Can't miss takedowns if you're an MMA fighter. It's kind of embarrassing.
Locking some punches there by Super Gorilla. Looking to advance to the next, well, we'll call it round. Because there is a bracket for this, as you've seen at before the match started. That's to determine the 10th ranked spot. All the way down at number 10. Well, these guys are fighting for it. Locking punches. He's against the ropes. Big muscle bomb press.
Nice takedown by Reng Telly. He was pounding right at the face.
Gorilla with a lock of his own.
Give up.
Referee checks in, see if he wants to quit.
No way he's gonna quit right now, man. No way. You might even ask him. There's no way he can tap out to a be embarrassing. Probably career ending. Nice sidewalk slam there by Super Gorilla. Again with that sidewalk slam. Ooh, nice reverse there by Ray Kennedy. Dragging away from the ropes. That King choke. He's looking to ask him to tap out. Nope, he's not want to tap out. Stalking each other out. Another sidewalk slam. This is the third one. Just kick. Nice takedown. He's good at takedowns. Right in the colors of Palua, his hometown. That King choke. That King choke. Does he get it? Nope, doesn't give it.
Whoa.
Again, that King choke.
Give up.
Strangling him. Trying to choke the life out of him. Trying to get into the next round.
10分経過
Commentator just said Jitsu Keita. Whatever that means. Sidewalk slam again. This guy's got like 2 moves, man. They say John Cena only had a few moves.
Break.
Look at this guy. Sidewalk slam. That King choke. Repeat. I guess that's how he gets his wins. So Gorilla looks like he's tired now. He's gassing out there. Not good to be gassing out. Only I don't know how long are we in this now. A few minutes only into this match. Ooh, look at those punches. They're thick. They're solid. Ooh. Ooh, 2 punches in a row. Ooh. Back and forth. Punching each other in the face. Fight for that 10th ranked spot. Even though they're not going to win the 10th ranked spot if they win, they have a chance to win this 10th ranked spot if they win this match. They just go into an advancement. One guy, every territory sent at least one guy to be in this elimination series. So just as we did with the Undisputed World Championship, every territory sent a guy, so they'd all agree on it. There'd be no arguing with the territories that would be the Undisputed Champion. Just like this pound for pound series, every territory sent one wrestler, so now there's no arguing. It would be okay, we know who the pound for pound guy is, yeah. That's right. Every territory sent one guy into this huge global pound championship series. Ooh. And we're going to find out who's going to be ranked in the top 10. Who's going to get shot at Magnum Justice, our grand champion. The undefeated Magnum Justice. Still got a little ways to go to get to that 1,000-day reign, but he's getting there. We already have 2 champions right now in the CPW who are at over 1,000-day reigns.
Give up.
That's our World Light Heavyweight Champion Spider and our United States Champion Davey Starlight. Both over 1,000. Brutus Maximus is only a few days away. Then he'll hit that mark too, our European champion. Speaking of these champions, man, episode 2 is going to be highly focused on all of our champions. Y'all know we see them wrestle from territory to territory, but we're going to really get to know them in episode 2. Yes, these monthly shows are going to be kind of like, in a way, a pay-per-view, but not quite a pay-per-view. Just a couple shows each month, getting you to see guys and having a chance to prove themselves. Because if you're good on proving ground, and fans like you, you're going to be back. You're going to get yourself booked more. You're going to get on the TV more, and it's going to be good for your success. Yes. Yes, indeed. Uh-oh. Ooh, nice. Use it for choke slam. Getting caught in an armbar. You don't see that every day. You don't see that in the octagon, man. No, you don't. I don't think I've ever seen a choke slam reversed into an armbar in an octagon before. Oh, there it is, yeah. Neck chain hook.
Give up.
It's like, how many times have you done that move? I wish I kept track. It's like at least 6 times now. Again. He does the neck chain choke, man. He's trying to champ out Ring 10. Wouldn't surprise me if he wins with that move. He's got to have his neck damaged. You know, look at him. Look at that. He's just moving like a... Oh, look at this.
Give up.
Jimmy, putting the hurt out of the busting pad.
Nice takedown. But Super Gorilla powers the way out. And now he's pummeling away on Rangtelli, leaving him a bloody mess.
He's busted open, man. There's a lot of blood, CBW. A lot of blood.
Ooh, backhand fist. He almost knocked him out. He almost knocked him out there.
Oh, here we go, man. The almighty power bomb. 1, 2. Game over. Super Gorilla advances.
Welcome to Big Questions for Little Gong. Today's question: will you be wrestling Deathblow at Star Slam 1?
Maybe.
Join us next time for another edition of Big Questions for Little Gong. Our next matchup pits Skull Smasher, who comes from Germany and boasts a 5-1 career record. They say his mask is made of real pieces of human skull. His opponent is Bulldog Brasco, who comes from Indiana and also boasts a 5-1 career record. Bulldog Brasco has 3 pet bulldogs named Bruno, Hulk, and of course, Spike. I now present to you match number 1876, Skull Smasher versus Bulldog Brasco.
To the second match, man, of episode 1 of Proving Ground. We have Skull Smasher taking on Bulldog Brasco.
This is match number 2, the first episode of Proving Ground. These are once again 2 men trying to get that 10th ranked spot. They win, they do not get the spot. They just move on in the tournament to advance for a chance to win that 10th ranked spot. Because there's a lot of territories and a lot of wrestlers that are going in this tournament. We didn't look for the ones that had the most wins or the most highest rank. We just took guys that were fairly new to the business and that had either no losses or maybe 1 loss. And we want to find some newer guys, newer fresh-faced talent versus guys relying on their accomplishments from the past, like Mr. Gold says. Trying to get away from that. Focus more on homegrown CPW talent,
such as Skull Smasher and Bulldog Brasco. Bulldog Brasco has lots of bulldogs, man. He's got 3 of them. We already know that. He's got Hulk, Bruno, and the adorable little Spike.
Skull Smasher, they say his helmet is made from real pieces of human skull.
That's just disturbing, man. Where did he get those skull pieces from? Did he dig up bodies from the grave? Did he kill them himself? Like, where did he get those from?
I don't know. But the guy's from Poland, and from what I understand, he doesn't speak much English.
Great. Hopefully he never wins the world champion. You can't see him cutting a promo. Can you imagine that promo? It'd be terrible.
Always like when the guys take turns punching each other in the face. Now he's working on his leg. Bulldog Brasco's ooh, nice reversal. I believe he advanced pretty far in the original 1,024-man Grand Championship tournament that took place in the independent wrestling world, since they wanted the Grand Championship to be a neutral title that could go from league to league. Whether a league goes out of business, the title would still remain.
Yeah, that's what we did with all the other titles. The World Light Heavyweight Championship, the Hardcore title, U.S. title, Europe title. All those titles were all by themselves. They weren't associated with the league.
Yeah, league titles aren't the way to go. You want to have just a champion.
That's how it works in our territory system.
Solid headlock there. Broke it out quickly there by Bulldog Brasco.
In the bread basket. Drops some knees on the back of his head right now. Trying to tap him out.
Ooh, double axe handle. And stomp to the back. Big hammer punch. Cinched in headlock. But gets broke up because they're too close to the ropes. Another hammer punch there by Skull Smasher. Big elbow to the face. I was thinking about, GPT's out and it's going to be replacing a lot of people's jabs. I'm thinking it could probably eventually one day replace SBAB as commentator. Once they learn the visual aspects, it could watch the match and then just say the moves like we do. Very true, Punky. It could be replaced here by ChatGPT, GPI, whatever the hell it's called. But for now, we're calling the action here in CBW on Proving Ground, Episode 1. Decided to start at the bottom with the 10th ranked spot and work our way on up. The bottom brackets have a lot more wrestlers in it. The top brackets are much smaller. I believe there's only 4 wrestlers in each bracket. Yeah, and we're going to have to do some other events other than just on Proving Ground to determine these spots because it will take forever if we wait once a month. So there will be some other events coming out in the next month or so to determine some of these ranking spots. And there'll always be ranking matches here on the Proving Ground episodes, and there'll always be 2 title matches: the light heavyweight and heavyweight world television championship matches, both with 15-minute time limits. Yep, if it ends at 15 minutes, there's no winner. Then it's declared a time limit draw. It's like the old Crockett days, man. 15-minute time limit draw. Yeah, exciting styles. They're both power-based. Not very flashy or exciting. Skull Smasher usually gets in there and dominates, but he's kind of struggling today against the also big and powerful Bulldog Brasco. He's got that Bulldog on his tights there. Skull Smasher's loaded with a lot of tattoos and that very ominous, evil mask that he's got that gives him his powers. I wonder what kind of powers he gets in it. Is that everybody's powers in that mask? What could it possibly do to him? Does it make him stronger? Does it make him have more stamina to get back up after getting hit with like 6 power bombs? I don't know.
Give up?
I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, he doesn't speak much English, so I'm just hearing rumors from they and them. Who are they and them? I always wonder when people say comments about stuff like that. Like they say this guy's mask is made out of human skull. Who are they? Who says that? Now he's dropping some backhead knee kicks. That's a deadly move. Especially by big old powerhouses. They're driving that knee to the back of your head. Next thing you know, you're tapping out. A bit of stalking out. This is a big kick. Yeah, these guys aren't the fastest in the world. They're big, too slow, plodding heavyweights. And then Super Gorilla is going to have a heck of a time fighting one of these guys. That's going to be a big, huge weight advantage there. Disadvantage, I should say.
Give up?
Going to give up a lot of power and size to one of these guys. But Super Gorilla is pretty tough. He's a living superhero from the African children in Middle Africa. And his hometown, Gabon. He's a mega star. They're probably the most popular person, most well-known person in all of Gabon. I'd have to say that. I don't think I know anybody from Gabon. Bulldog Brasco from Indiana. Taking on the Polish powerhouse, not Death Skull. He's going to fight later on today. This is Skull Smasher. That's a skull, guys. Easy to get him mixed up. Irish whip. Slow Irish whip into a bear hug.
Give up?
Trying to squeeze the life out of Bulldog Brasco and make him tap out. Ooh. Iron Claw Slam. Iron Claw Slam. That's it. Big muscle bound press. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Nope. Kicks out. 2.9 count. Big knee there by Skull Smasher. He signals that the match is over. Let's see if it is. Another big, huge muscle bound press.
Give up?
A lot. Pushes his way out of it. Big elbow to the face.
Come on.
Tells him to come on, get up. Wants to give him some more power bombs. Ooh. Working the red basket again. Dropping some knees.
Give up.
Right by the ref. Very dangerous position there for Skull Smasher. Big lariat. Oh, he's going for it again. I know what he's doing. He's going for those falls right by the ref. That's a very easy way to win a match. Skull Smasher gets whipped. Ooh, pummels himself over. Both these guys are not undefeated, but they are a couple of top prospects in this entire CPW. That's why they're here today, wrestling for that 10th ranked spot. Not wrestling for the first ranked spot or second, but the 10th. You're slow with our bass. You see, too slow. You try to go against the rope. By the time you got to halfway to him, you already got up. Speed's an important part in Fire Pro. You gotta have speed. If you got speed, you got a good chance to win. Speed and power, then you're lethal.
Give up. Give up.
Irish whip. Big clothesline there by Bulldog Brasco. But can he get to him in time? And he does. Muscle bomb press. 1, 2. Kicks out at 2.9. Ooh, my God, what was that? I don't know what that was, but it was damn. Looked like it broke his neck almost. Woke up dazed. Backdrop. Gets right back up. Again, working the stomach. Let's see if he can get up. Oh, gets up. Ooh, that was a Oklahoma Stampede into the corner. Into a pin. And he just had it back. Head first into the turnbuckle. Got him in the corner. Now he went for Veda hammers. Elbow to the face. Goes to that skull mask. Took most of that hit bad. Didn't feel it bad. He stole his finisher. Of course, the jumping power bomb. Over. Skull Smasher wins.
Excuse me, can I please take a moment of your time to tell you about the Wasteland Warriors?
I'm kinda busy right now.
It will only take a minute or so. My leader, Prime Evil, would like for you to join the Wasteland Warriors. He thinks you would be a great fit and valuable resource during the apocalypse.
No, man, I'm gonna have to hard pass on that.
Would you please reconsider your decision? I am offering you protection you will need. The end of the world is coming.
How about you kindly fuck off and get out of my way before I kick your ass?
You will be sorry. You will regret this day, Blade Widowmaker.
The Wasteland Warriors suck, dick.
It was terrible. Just terrible. He declined our offer. Then do you want to know what he said? He said the Wasteland Warriors suck dick.
Did you tell him the end of the world is coming?
I did, and he did not care.
Do not worry. He will join in time. There are others in the meantime we can get to join us.
Oh, yes!
Our next matchup will feature Death Skull, who comes from Poland and boasts an undefeated 4-0 career record. Death Skull was the first CPW original to be signed and is predicted to become a future champion. His opponent is Yang Wu, who comes from China and has a 2-1 career record. Yang Wu is known as the innovator of Chinese strong style wrestling. I now present to you match number 1877, Death Skull versus Yang Wu.
Match number 3.
Fight.
Death Skull versus Yang Wu. Once again, this is for the 10th ranked spot in the pound-for-pound Global Elimination Series. Yang Wu, they call him the innovator of Chinese strong style. Chinese strong style is totally different from Japanese strong style, man. It's completely different. And this guy's the innovator of it. I also still don't know how this guy can see with all that hair in his eyes. He's definitely got to be a big disadvantage. Right now, he doesn't have to worry about that hair. He's getting a big foot in his face. A Death Skull, the undefeated Death Skull. Well, I think Death Skull is one of the first guys, if not the first guy signed by CPW. The first CPW original here. He's on some of our early shows. Back when we were still sorting things out, getting our format ready. Sorting through all the wrestlers that were inherited from other dead leagues. And then this man came along, signed. Yeah, he's one of our participants in the very rarely seen Goldberg Street Challenges, where we have a rookie, a hometown hero rookie, facing off against a mighty power beast. Now, if the rookie wins, he gets signed to CPW in that territory. But if he loses, he's gone, goes home, and the beast goes on to claim another victory on his way to getting to beating the 173-0 Goldberg streak record. They say he's untouchable. We don't really have anybody that's even remotely close to getting that here currently on a roster. Spider, even at 50, whatever he is, 51, 52, whatever he is nowadays, and all that, he's still got a long way to go to get to even 100. Yeah, that's true. It's going to be a hard one to win. You have to wrestle that. I know guys like Seth Starks would like to wrestle every single day if he could. Yeah, Seth Starks loves to wrestle. But, I don't know if he's even in this tournament or not. I don't think so. I don't think he's in this thing. Too bad. But he's still fairly new. Maybe one day. He's got to rank himself up a little more. Get a few matches under his belt. Look at those stiff kicks there. Fighting against the giant, really. More stiff kicks. Look at that. Yang Wu, innovator of Chinese strong style. Ooh. Nice power slam there by Death Skull. Ooh, powers him up with the shoulder. Leaves him a little dazed. Yeah, if you get hit with a big shoulder like that, man, you're going to be dazed too. Big elbow in the face. Couple elbows of his own there by Yang Wu. Takes him down. He's got to rely on speed and his quickness in order to win this match. If he's going to even have a chance against Deathblow. Because if he tries to go power to power with him, no chance. Probably one of our strongest wrestlers here in CPW. Ooh, nice little bull charge on him. He swerved him like that. If he had one of those red cape things, that would have been cool. That would have made a good GIF. Big clothesline by Death Skull. Literally flips him 360. Ooh, grabs leg, but takes a kick to the face in his effort. Ooh, missed takedown. More elbows. More elbows there by Yang Wu. Look at this. Got him at sleeper hold. Tries to pull his way back. Ooh, stiff Kabashi sleeve suplex. So that's hits Kabashi all the way, man. Yeah, Chinese strong style borrows a lot from real strong style. Oh, look at him. He's got him a torture rack. Torture rack. He's racking him. Big elbow there by Yang Wu. Take him to the center, well, close to the center of the ring. Puts him in a chokehold. Could this be it? Death-Skull powers his way over the ropes, and it's a break. Big elbow to the back. Oh, we got a burning hammer. Burning hammer. Burning hammer right on the back of his head, man. What's this? Ooh, suplex.
1, 2.
Damn it. It's out. That would have been a huge upset. Somehow he got out of a powerbomb by Death-Skull.
Give up. Give up.
Ooh, look at that. Kick into a power, almost like a body slam, power slam there. Grab his kick. Oh. Jeez.
1, 2.
Oh my God, he almost got him. That would have been a huge upset. At the end of one of our better undefeated streaks here in CPW. Oh my God, he just lost him out of the ring like a piece of trash. Now they're fighting outside the ring, man. Can't win the match outside the ring. Hate to see both of you guys get counted out, lose a chance of getting that 10 drinks back.
9, 10,
In the ring. Ooh, nice sense of gear. He takes down Death-Skull. Uh-oh. Ooh, what a powerbomb, but he kicks out right away. Not even a one count. Big elbow in the face. Death-Skull, the young Woo. Punch to the stomach, takes him down. Death-Skull picks him back up. I'm back.
Break.
Look, there you go. You got a long body. Doesn't have that much way to get to that rope. Got to get him more in the center if he's going to try an armbar or any other submission move. Big elbow jack through the tap rope. That's another burning hammer. Oh, right on his head. That's got to do some damage. Oh, roaring elbow. Oh, kick to the head. And he's got those extra strong kick pads there, man. Extra thick. And they also got those metal knobs on them. That's going to do some damage. Spies didn't bust them open. Big lariat there and a muscle bomb press.
1, 2.
Death-Skull wins.
What's up? You must be my new neighbor.
Yeah, I'm your new neighbor. The name's Dan Sterling. Dan the Man Sterling.
Holy crap! I remember you. You are the former world champion of my KOTMW league.
Yep, that's a fact. I hope you don't mind, but I've been poking around your house and noticed a few things. I wanted to point them out to you.
No problem at all. I'm still kind of surprised to see one of my former wrestlers now living next door to me.
I got some pictures I want you to take a good look at. Bare spots might not seem like much, but can become a bigger problem. If not repaired, they can continue to grow. Fortunately, you can repair grass bare spots quickly and easily on your own.
How can I do that? Can I just throw down some grass seed and water it?
Ah, geez. You might as well wait until late summer. August 15th to September 15th is the best time in Michigan.
Got it.
I also wanted to show you these pictures. These weeds are a real eyesore. I recommend mulching for your landscape. In the meantime, you can take care of those pesky weeds with a homemade mixture of white vinegar, salt, and some liquid dish soap.
Wow, I did not know that.
Now on to some more serious things. Take a look at this picture. See all that black stuff on your wall? That is to help keep water out of your basement. You don't want water in your basement, do you?
No, sir.
Then I suggest replacing that gutter spout there. You won't want to reconnect it with tape or anything like that. It won't hold up. Your best bet is just to replace the whole bottom part.
Okay, I will have my pops come over and fix it.
Ah, geez, your pops? I think you can fix this one for yourself. I saved the worst offender for last. Take a look at this monster. Holy crap! Look at all that debris blocking the airflow. You're lucky that thing doesn't burn out on ya. It's been really hot around here. You wouldn't want to be without your AC, would ya?
Definitely not.
Then I suggest you get a vacuum and clean that sucker right on up. I gotta go mow my lawn right now and trim the hedges. Take a look at this beauty.
Wow! What a perfect lawn and hedges!
That's why they call me Dan the Man Sterling. Glad I could help ya. Our next matchup will feature Lobster, who comes from Tristan da Cunha and boasts an undefeated 2-0 career record. He has the second most viewed video on our YouTube channel. He is very popular among our younger fan base. He is also the master of the claw hold and can lock it on from any position. His opponent is Mao Kabua, who comes from Marshall Islands and has a mediocre 1-1 career record. The Marshall Islands is the world's fourth most obese country. At least 83.5% of the adult population of the Marshall Islands is officially overweight, as is Mao Kabua. I now present to you match number 1878, Lobster versus Mao Kabua.
Now time for our fourth and final match
Fight.
of today's episode 1 for the Global Elimination Series for the 10th ranked spot. We got Lobster taking on Mao Kabua. Lobster's one of the most popular wrestlers here among our younger fan base. People really love this guy. He's from all the way down to Southern Islands. Tristan Kahuna, wherever that place is called. That very remote place in the world. Not very many people live there, but this man comes from there, and he's the master of the claw hold. Yep, he can lock it on from any position. And it's very strong, too, that claw hold. It's damaging, very deadly. Mao Kabua is just a big old guy from the Marshall Islands where they used to test nuclear bombs way back in the day. Yep, that's very true. They used to test nuclear bombs there. And when he comes from that, also another remote region of the world, the Marshall Islands. So these guys are some of our more lesser seen wrestlers on our channel. They're in such places of territory like Southern Islands, for example, doesn't even have a light heavyweight division. They don't have anybody from the light heavyweights. If they're ever, they got to sign somebody eventually, bad brother. Otherwise, they can never get a title shot, never go for that light heavyweight championship. True, but they got to find talent, and finding talent down there, not easy. How many people even live there? Punch contest. Chaps versus Chaps. Ooh, claw to the stomach, right from the tap room. Look at that. He's using his claws. Hit a big elbow drop. That was stiff. I drove his head into the mat with that one. Big chop to the throat. Nice chop there by Lobster. Another chop there by Mao Kabua. Big headbutt. Big headbutt there by Mao Kabua. Takes him down to the ground. Whip. Both guys bump into each other. Headbutt. Big elbow in the face. Claw out of the stomach. He's doing a claw of his own. How embarrassing would that be if he tapped out to him to the claw? That would be very embarrassing for Lobster. Pretty much career ending. Ooh, big chop to the head.
Both guys still kind of feeling each other out here in the early stages of this match. He's got the claw hold on. Got the claw hold. Oh, he powers him down. Here he goes again. Power drive elbow. Goes right out of the ring there, man. He's even landing on the entryway there. That ramp. Misses it completely. Big elbow to the face. Claw to the leg.
Give up.
He's got I've never seen a leg claw hold before, man. Like I said, any place, any position, this man can lock the claw hold on you. Again, he's putting the claw hold to Lobster, using his move against him. Maybe Matt Kabula is the master of the claw hold. I wouldn't say that. Ooh, big, almost like a power slam there. Ooh, big headbutt there. He's knocking him senseless. Ooh, kicked way out of that one. Big headbutt by Malkabua. Choco. Squeezing him with that big claws. Big headbutt by Malkabua. And into a neck hanging choke.
Give up.
Seen Super Gorilla do that a lot earlier. Moves very dangerous. And in submission. Big headbutt by Malkabua. Again, he goes to the right stomach with that claw hold. You know this is just taunting him. Gets another chokehold again.
Give up.
Squeezing him with those big claws. Trying to make him tap out. This time he listens to it, choking him out, squeezing the life out of him. Big headbutt from Malkabua again. Now he's doing a little bit of like a coconut crush, I believe that move's called. Made famous by Crush, former WWE wrestler. Look at that, here's that claw. He puts it right in his mouth. The lockjaw. But he gets out. Not enough to put him away. He's choking him out now.
Give up.
Gets out of there. Reverse Irish whip. Ooh, both guys slamming each other. But then he goes into a neck hang choke in the middle of the ring, right by the ref. This could be it. Big elbow to the back. Flying body press off the top rope. It's a lot of weight to come off of the top rope on you, man. Good thing he's not splattered right now. And we got another hit contest. Chop versus chop. 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 Malkabua wins. Again, that coconut crush.
Give up.
Must break a lot of coconuts open on his own back in his hometown of Marshall Islands. Fancy chop there. Now looks like a claw hold pin. He kicks out. Not enough to keep him down. And another claw hold here. Another different type of variant of a claw hold. Again, same move.
Give up.
There's that body slam, power slam again. A little roll-up pin. Double to the back. And goes back to the top ropes again. Again, massive body of Malkabua and all that weight coming down on Lobster. Kick to the stomach, looks at his claw. Here it is, the Crimson Death claw hold. I believe that's Crimson. Oh, it gets out of it. Kick to the stomach. And again, the claw hold. Nope, not enough to put him away yet. Gotta be wearing him down there, bad. Malkabua's busted open. Those sharp claws rip the flesh of his forehead open. Now he's squeezing away on the shoulder, bad.
Give up.
But he still doesn't quit. He wants that 10th rank spot. Nice roll up there.
1, 2, 3.
Wins with a nice roll up hold. Lobster wins.
Once a tiger, always a tiger, man.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. I love tigers. I also love tiger mask wrestlers. That is why I wanted to put together an army of tiger mask wrestlers. I have watched every single tiger mask match over and over and over. I want to find the best new tiger mask wrestlers. I want to name them Tiger Mask 1 through 100, however many it takes. They'll all be numbered. I even want existing wrestlers to transform into tiger wrestlers. Just put on this tiger mask and become a tiger like me. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Sup, everyone? The bullet. Vane Rush is here to give you a tour of my apartment. Here, behind me is my couch. Here is my TV where I do a little gaming. And over there is my favorite chair. Here is my fridge. I got a lot of food in there. I wonder who that is. I wasn't expecting anyone. You know me. I'm the original bully. Big Bully. Each week we will have 2 championship matches for the light heavyweight and heavyweight television championships. They will have a 15-minute time limit. If there is no winner, at the end of 15 minutes, it will be declared a draw. Our first championship matchup will feature Voodoo King, who comes from Democratic Republic of the Congo. He has an impressive 10-1 career record, with his only loss coming from his opponent today. Muzi Kumalo, who comes from Eswatini and has a 4-2 career record. He is a former Africa Junior Heavyweight Champion. I now present to you match number 1879, Voodoo King versus Muzi Kumalo.
Our first championship match of Proving Out, episode
Fight.
1 for the World Light Heavyweight Championship. We got Voodoo King versus Muzi Kumalo. Yeah, man, Muzi Kumalo is the only man to ever defeat Voodoo King in a critical submission hold back in when Voodoo King was the African Junior Heavyweight Champion, and this man, Muzi Kumalo, took that title. Yeah, right now, Voodoo King is the hottest junior heavyweight we got other than Spider. This man just keeps on winning and winning. And he's looking to avenge his only loss of his career against the former African Junior Heavyweight Champion, Muzi Kumalo. Muzi Kumalo is a great wrestler, man. Very good takedown skills and submission holds. He's very dangerous. Voodoo King better watch out that he doesn't make the same mistake he did last time and lose this match. Nice takedown by Muzi. Go a headlock.
Give up.
Somebody's bleeding. It's Muzi. Muzi's already busted open, man. Very early in the match to be busted open.
Give up.
He'll lose a lot of blood if this match goes on any longer. Voodoo
Give
King
up.
has got all his tricks and cheating ways that he wins in his voodoo spells. I'd like to learn more about this guy. I don't know much about this guy. Neither do I, man. I know he's a master of voodoo, but I guess we'll find out more about him in episode 2. We get to meet our champions. The question is, this guy got a 15-minute time limit. All he has to do is either make this match go 15 minutes and keep his belt, the time limit draw, or he can beat him. So it'd be easier said than done, Bab. He's never been able to beat this man before. He's 0-1 against him. If he wins, tied it 1-1, then might have to have a rubber match at some point in time. Yeah, Voodoo King's beaten El Ratoncito, one of our top stars, George Cooper. He beat George Cooper in that same tournament. I don't know. This guy is on fire right now. Just keeps on winning. I don't know how he does it, but he's very deadly. He's got fire. He's got slime. He's got all these sharp objects. You got to watch yourself around this guy. He'll do anything to get the win. Kumalo working
Give up.
on a coil face lock into a cross face. This is the Hurricanrana. There's that fire I was talking about, Bab. Blows fire out like a dragon.
Give up.
Misses. Nice kick there by Voodoo King. Gets taken down for his efforts. It's reversal there by Voodoo King. Maybe he learned from his last match against Boozy and maybe watch some footage. I don't know, Bab. I can't see Voodoo King watching footage of matches. That just seem like a style. I don't think he studies it like that. I think he just comes out here, gets in the ring, and then just does his thing. You know, Muzi's studied all the matches. Yeah, you can definitely see Muzi looking at footages of all of Voodoo King's matches and his recent wins. So he's got to know every move that he does, and he's got to anticipate it, man. Muzi's going to anticipate every move. There you go. See, look at that. He knew that fireball was coming. He knows when he turns away like that, comes back with a fireball. The reversal there. Oh, he's working on that fork again, that sharp fork of his. Getting our new mat out of Bloody Bab. Heating Crew's gonna have a hell of a time getting all that blood off there. There he goes. Gets him down there. Again, working that arm.
Give up.
And here comes a little bit of a crossface.
Give up.
Fork. Forking him. Not quite time to stick a fork in him, but he's definitely sticking his fork in him. And maybe soon he's going to be done. We'll see. We'll see if Voodoo King can avenge that one loss, his only loss of his career. Nice takedown. Nice reversal again. Voodoo King's doing some reversals of his own. He's pretty good today, man. He's looking pretty good against this wrestler. He did good against George Cooper. He did good against all those, Rudy LaBelle. I mean, he did good against all those guys that are deadly technicians. They put fire in his face. So if he can survive against Louis LaBelle, then he definitely can survive against Muzi Kamala, who's nowhere near as good of a wrestler as Muzi Kamala.
Give up. Give up.
Ooh, blows fire in his face. Wow. Like I said, this guy's got so many dirty tricks up his sleeve, man. He'll do anything to get the W. Takedown, Muzi Kamala. But again, Voodoo King slips out of it. Very slippery and sneaky. Here he comes. Oh, nope. Nice takedown, Muzi. Very quick. Something I like about these light heavyweights, junior heavyweights, whatever you want to call them, they're very fast, exciting, fast-paced matches. You can see the huge difference between this match and then, say, one we saw earlier between Death Skull and Bulldog Brasco. Very slow and plodding. Yeah, that match is pretty boring, man. I do admit, I was very bored watching that match. But we got a winner out of that, and now that winner will face Super Gorilla. Winner of this match is basically the television champion and go on next week to face, I want to say, OMFG is getting the title shot next week. Yeah, OMFG stands for Oh My Fucking God. Apparently, he calls himself that because he puts on such amazing matches. But I don't know. We'll find out next week, I guess, as the winner of this fights OMFG. Good, blows out fire again, but misses. Hit by almost fireballs. Oh, again, he hit him with a fireball. This guy's just he's got so much tricks. Lucky he doesn't get disqualified.
1, 2.
Out of it. Ooh, blows smoke fire into his face again.
His face has got to burn up bad. He's eaten like 3 or 4 fireballs in this match already. He goes back. Oh, get a fireball. My God. I can smell his burnt flesh, bad. I can smell it. I can smell it. From over here, it's not good, bad. He's bleeding. He's got fire in his face. Okay, he's working an arm, but he still continues to, even though he's got bloody face, fire burnt face, he still continues to do what he does best, wrestling.
Give up.
Probably one of the best wrestlers in all of Africa,
Give
I have
up.
to say, Matt wrestles.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue with that. So stabbing him in the back of his little spike there this time. Nice kick there by Liu King. Take down.
Give up.
Suspicion, but it's too close to the ropes. Drags him away from the ring. Oh, stabbing the fork and is pounding the fork into his head, man. Oh my God, he has to pull it out. Oh, this guy would never look the same after this match. His face is just so deformed.
Some reversing. Oh, into a chokehold. Got it cinched in
Give up.
deep. It's in deep.
Voodoo King coming in for the kill. Sleeper hold. That's it, he taps him out. Voodoo King wins. Now he's time. That Voodoo time.
Aw, man, I got his voicemail. I better check it in case it's someone looking to book me.
I am coming to get you, Mike Walker.
What? What? Who's coming to get me? What the fuck, man?
Spanning the globe to bring you a constant variety of wrestlers. The wild, the crazy, and everyone in between. The human drama that is professional wrestling. This is CPW's Wide World of Wrestling. Welcome to my favorite segment of the show, Wide World of Wrestling. Today we are going to visit 10 different territories and meet a wrestler from each one. Our first stop is Canada to meet the Master of Hunting, Buck Staghart.
I am Buck Staghart, and I am the Master of Hunting. I have been all around the world, from the wilderness of Alaska, through the Amazon rainforest, to the deepest jungles of Africa. I have trophies of all my prized animal kills. I have moved on from animals and now will hunt humans. Now my hunting grounds is Canada. I will defeat every last Canadian and take home a trophy of my kill. I am Buck Staghart, the Master of Hunting.
That guy sounds a little bit like a serial killer to me. Our next stop is New England, United States, to meet Officer John Muldoon.
It's hard being a cop nowadays. So many rules and regulations to follow. I mean, I can't even use chokeholds anymore. I pull over someone, and if they have an unpaid parking ticket, I should be able to shoot them, right? I mean, come on, they are criminals. They are the bad guys, not me. I'm a good guy. At least those rules and regulations don't apply in the wrestling ring. I'm gonna choke out everyone who gets in my way.
Good cop or bad cop? I don't know. You tell me. Our next stop is Southeast United States to meet Angry Referee.
I'm so angry. You won't like me when I'm angry. I'll tell you why I'm angry. I got kicked out of the referee union and banned from reffing ever again. They banned me from reffing. The referee union needs to remember that I am the reason you got those blue gloves. I said, Mr. Gold, There is too much blood in CPW. Us refs need something for our hands so we don't get AIDS or some shit. I pushed for those gloves, and we got them. You can thank me every time you put them on your hands. They said I gambled on matches. They said I didn't call it right down the middle. I always call it down the middle. Now I gotta be a wrestler. Now I gotta make them all pay.
Such an angry young man. Our next stop is Mountain, United States, to meet Tom Baum. My name is Tom Baum. I love power bombs. I mastered every variation of the power bomb. Nobody hits them harder than I do. But if you ask me what my favorite power bomb is, I would have a heck of a time telling ya. I really like the sit-out crucifix power bomb, but I also like the jackknife power bomb. No, wait, scratch that. Thunderfire power bomb. That is my favorite. Wait, no, the Raideen bomb. Yup, that is it. But what about the Gonzo bomb, Tower Hacker bomb, or the double underhook power bomb? There are just so many of them. I just can't pick one. All of them are my favorite. That man loves his power bombs, but don't we all? Our next stop is Pacific United States to meet Luther Sharkson.
I am a simple man, the purest of pure wrestlers. People often ask me, why do you only do your interviews in black and white? Why do you wrestle only in black and white? That is because I like the old days of wrestling. Just two men, face to face, grappling on a mat. No fanfare, no skits, no goofiness, just pure wrestling. So when you buy a ticket in the Pacific States territory and Luther Sharkson is on the card, best bet you're gonna see a real wrestling match, the way wrestling is supposed to be, black and white.
What a strange individual. I find black and white very boring, not my cup of tea. Our next stop is the Caribbean to meet Neckbeard the Pirate.
Ahoy, mateys! I hope you didn't forget about me since my last promo back in February. I was pretty busy putting together my crew. It turns out there are a few other pirate wrestlers here in CPW, like Fantastic Jack from Guadalupe. Interesting that he is from Guadalupe and has a pirate gimmick. Since the French were well established on Guadalupe, Hispaniola, and Martinique, and they held Tortuga, a noted pirate base from the 1640s. I'd also have Bluebeard from England. There were many famous pirates from England, such as Blackbeard, Calico Jack, William Kidd, Edward Lowe, Black Bart, and Thomas Tew, just to name a few. To round out my crew, I have Somali Pirate from Somalia. Somalia is well known for its modern piracy. I do have a problem with his name though. It would be more accurate to call himself Brakad Badid, which means ocean robber, even though the pirates themselves prefer to be called Badanita Bada or Saviors of the Sea, but I am a stickler for accuracy. Anywho, I also searched Indonesia for a pirate wrestler, but I couldn't find any. Since Indonesia's 17,500 islands and their surrounding waters now take the title as the world's most heavily pirated. Now that I have my crew, I can get in the ring. Speaking about getting in the ring, Mr. Gold had the audacity to offer me a commentating role on Proving Ground or be a talent scout. He didn't think I have what it takes to compete in the ring. Oh, he is sorely mistaken. I do have what it takes to compete in CPW, and I will prove it to all my naysayers.
A fat nerd pirate wrestler. You don't see that every day. Our next stop is Northern Europe to meet Viking. Hush, 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 hush. What an informative interview by Viking. Our next stop is Western Europe to meet the world's most intelligent wrestler, Einstein Sebastian.
I have spent months and months coming up with the perfect wrestling technique. A wrestling technique that is unstoppable and can be applied from any position at any time. The months and months of hard work have finally paid off. I have found that wrestling technique I was searching for. It will get me many victories. I will debut it at the next Western Europe Territory Show.
An unstoppable wrestling technique. I must say, I am intrigued. Our next stop is Southern Europe to meet Super Mario Bugoni.
I am here today to make a challenge to world champion Spider. You disrespect Bruno Sammartino and say you're gonna beat his record. I will make sure you don't beat his record. You just a little bug, and I squash the bugs with my Super Mario stomp. The next time you in Southern Europe, I will make sure you get in the ring with me.
I've never seen a wrestler with a Super Mario gimmick before. On to the final stop, Central Asia, to meet the last living caveman.
Me? Big? Me? Strong? Me? Want gold belt.
A very impressive vocabulary by Caveman. Join us next time for another edition of Wide World of Wrestling. Our second championship matchup and main event of the evening will feature Rangor the Goliath, who comes from Israel and has a very impressive 12-1 career record. He is a two-time Middle East heavyweight champion and our current World Heavyweight Television Champion. His opponent, Moose Monsoon, who comes from Canada, has a 15-10 career record. He is a former Continental Champion and is well known for screaming, "Moose!" I now present to you match number 1880, Rangor the Goliath versus Moose Monsoon.
Time for the main event of the evening.
Fight!
We have Rangor the Goliath taking on Moose Monsoon, the World Heavyweight Television Championship. 15-minute time limit will determine the winner. If at the end of that 15 minutes there's no winner, it's a time limit draw. And Rangor the Goliath retains his title. Rangor the Goliath has been one of the most successful wrestlers here in CPW. He's got a two-time Middle East heavyweight champion and now a one-time World Heavyweight Television Champion. He won that tournament with some very big powerhouses in there. You guys like Ragnarok, Frostbeard, and many other tough heavyweights. And he walked out the winner and dominated in fashion. Yeah, he's a really good guy in tournaments. He's really good at winning tournaments. He came out with that hat for merchandise that had the total time it took him to win, and it was very short. See if he can put away Moose Monsoon that quickly here today in the main event. Moose Monsoon, one of Canada's toughest wrestlers, been around a long time, babe. He's got 25 matches under his belt. That's a lot. It's hard to get booked. Yeah, he's done most of his wrestling there back in the GXW days. back when he was in GXW and a few other promotions he might have wrestled in up until now, where he's in CPW. Now, as you know, we got that 5-strike rule. 5 strikes and you're out. There's a little thing called continue coins, though. If you ever won any championship, even if it's a multiple time, say you're a 3-time world champion, you get what's called a continue coin for each of those wins. So if you won 3-time champion, you get 3 continue coins. So instead of 5 losses and you're out, you get 8 losses and you're out. Yeah, that's just another reason to win a championship here. As you know, it's in our name, Championship Pro Wrestling. We're all about championships here. Yeah, I think we finally got it down. We used to have a lot of championships, but now it's finally dwindled down to a manageable amount and important ones people want to see. Television championship, baby. You're a champion of that show. That's what you are. And it's got the word world behind it, which means anywhere in the world that this show is on, it's valid.
Give up?
Yes. And every territory is represented, so nobody whines and cries about it. Oh my God! He sent him flying about 10 feet back. Jesus, man. Big poop. Ranger moving quickly. Look at this. Look at him. Wow. Roars. Uh-oh, Tower Hacker Bam. Tower Hacker Bam.
1, 2.
He gets a Ranger Goliath wins. Wow, that was a dominating performance.
A great threat is coming from deep space. Earth is in great danger. There is only one man who can save us.
I'm back, bitches!
Destro goes back to space, coming in 2024.